Hey guys, how's it going? Jacko here from Music Nation on behalf of Studio Wise. This is a video demonstration of the fantastic T-Rex CS. That's right, from IK Multimedia. We've been reviewing it this month. And boy, oh boy, what a really cool little package this is. So, got a demo track here with a band we're working on. So this is a demo, and we've got some scratch track vocals in here. So we'll work on this today. I'm going to show you some real-world examples of how to use the T-Rex. And these vocal tracks should be. This is a song called Frozen, kind of like a pop rock kind of thing. And we've got Catherine singing here, and we want to try and make her vocals pop out a bit more if we can.
There's a frigid stoic silence.
Yes, there is a frigid stoic silence. So let's just loop all that section, and we'll just work on her voice, right?
There's a frigid.
Okay, so this is, like I said, this is a scratch track. I think we recorded with an SM57, so it's not going to be, anything spectacular. It's but we'll see what we can do with it. So anyway, here we go. This is T-Rex CS, and that would be Facebook blinking in the background. So this is what you get for free. Now, I need to emphasize that this is free, guys. Like, you buy the modules that go inside this. They cost, right? But for free, you can download this, which has included with it the classic EQ. So you get this here, which is a parametric EQ, and it's cool. And you also get this, they call this a module. This is their metering area down here. So you got your peak meter, your perceived loudness, your RMS, or your energy levels, phase correlation, and spectrum. So all this stuff's free. You can actually also load these up outside of the plugin. They can actually be freestanding if you want as well. But why would you? This is so pretty. So yes, so you get T-Rex CS is free, and that comes with this EQ. You also get amplitude free, which is this thing here, the guitar amplifier emulator. That's free, but it's only, you don't get all the stuff that comes with it, right? You just get the free stuff, and it's some really cool stuff in there. So I mean, boy, it's all free, so just get it. And you also get Sample Tank for free. Where is that Sample Tank? There, Sample Tank 2, I must say. Why are you quacking at me? Blah blah. Okay, ignore that. So Sample Tank 2, this is like last year's model, right? So they're up to Sample Tank 3 now, but they give you Sample Tank 2 and a bunch of free sounds, right? For free. So just get it. That's cool stuff. So okay, so let's actually I'll leave that there. We'll start with this. In a traditional tracking, right, you would probably start with an EQ to start with. Roll off on everything under 100k to start with. Next in line, you would put a compressor. Put this one here, which is the 11. Oh, no, I didn't say that. It is the black 76. It's not the 1176 at all. I won't get into trouble with any copywriting issues and licensing brand names and stuff, but it's very similar to a very well-known universal audio compressor. So we'll put that one there. And actually, just before I go on, I'll explain a few things with the interface here. This is a container for all these modules up here, right? So the first 4 are parallel, and the last 4 are in series. And you can see the chain. If you click here, you can see how it works. So the signal comes in, and the split to parallel, and then the join again for series at the end. So you can have up to 12 effects running on this, which is pretty damn good. There is a compare option here, which allows you to compare the processed audio versus the unprocessed audio, which is very, very cool. So you can set, say, the unprocessed audio to be, say, that loud, and then the processed audio to be a little bit quieter. So then you just go compare, and you can hear stuff without, being confused with the energy of it. Like when you're working, say, with a compressor, if you bypass the compressor, the original track is going to be a lot quieter, right? So you're thinking, it hasn't quite got the same punch, but it might do. It's just not as much energy because it's not being, the volume's different. So this is a great way of just keeping that volume at a relative level, right? So you can actually hear the real difference. So yeah, neat little feature that. And the other neat little feature down here is it has a 4 banks or snapshots. So you can have a setup here and then go to B and have a completely different setup. and see. And we're going to do that right now, in fact. Yes, we'll do that. So bank 8, traditional EQ to start off with, the roll off the low end comes into a compressor, which will probably push pretty hard, or try and get up around, say, 3 dB reduction or some crap. And then over here, let's whack in a reverb. Say this hall reverb. Nice. And let's have a listen. Oh, we won't use that reverb. Actually, here's a good chance for me to show you how the presets work. So make sure you've selected the mod you want a preset for. You come over to here. So you've got presets for global and presets for module. So global is all of the chains, right? You can have a global preset of stuff, or a module is just an individual module. So you click on there and then click on there. And we're going to go into hall reverb and large hall.
There's a frigid stoic silence.
Just something like that. Such a good reverb. Oh boy, just don't even start me on these reverbs. They're so good. Like, this is the basic setting, and you get some macro. You can set these sliders up to be whatever you want them to be. When you go to the advanced, you got this ADV button. All of a sudden, things get nuts, and there is so much stuff to play with on the reverb. It just blows my. I don't even know most of the stuff, what you can do with it. So those, and then you go into mods, and you can set up like LFO mod, so the reverb actually moves. Just nuts. And that's your macro commands for putting in. Each one of these little sliders can be assigned to a macro. So, such a good reverb. I'm not talking about reverb, so there's our mix. So
there's a frigid stoic silence.
Get the EQ compressor so it's pumping pretty.
When I talk to you these days.
Cool, about a 3 dB kind of reduction. Sounds nice. Okay, cool. So that's a preset, right? That works nicely. Vocals sound good. Let's go to B. And in B, I'm going to go something a little bit different. In fact, I want to copy A to B. So now B is the same as A. I'm going to get rid of this lot here. Empty U. So I want to keep that same reverb down there. And I'm going to use a channel this time. So it comes with 2 channels. You've got British channel and white channel. The difference is the British channel is a vintagey-esque sound, and the white channel is more of a modern, crisp sound, and it really is actually very crisp. And this is modelled off yet another very famous English channel, English mixing console manufacturer that we won't mention, but it sounds a little bit like FFL. Am I going to get in trouble? I'm going to get into trouble with IK Media. They're going to slap my wrist. So this is the white version of the FFL console that it's emulating. And this is, it's another way of mixing, right? So you've got your EQ built in across. If you guys know these consoles, you know what I mean. It's got, EQ at the top, high pass, low pass filters, gates, compressor. And so let's set up, I'll just turn that reverb off. To turn a channel off and on, you just click on the name there and it disables it. So I'll just disable that, and I'm going to do a little bit of a mix on this.
There's a frigid stoic silence.
I'm going to drive it a bit harder, of course, as you do.
When I talk to you
Get that compressor kind of pumping.
these days.
Fast attack. That looks pretty good. I wanted about
things that you kill
6 is a bit
with
heavy,
your indifference.
about there something. Okay, let's turn the gate on because there's a lot of background noise.
Is the innocence that pays. There's a frigid stoic silence.
Good. Yeah.
When I talk to you these
A little
days.
bit of a high pass roll off at 100k.
Things that you kill with your indifference.
Feels a bit kind of midi, so I'm going to add a bit more mid.
Is the innocence that pays. There's a frigid stoic silence.
Something like that. You can turn the bell curve
When I
on
talk
if you
to
prefer. If you like that
you
sound.
these
Maybe a little bit
days.
of high end.
Things that you kill with your indifference.
About there, I know. That sounds nice.
Is the innocence that pays.
Okay, cool.
There's a frigid.
So it sounds a lot brighter. I mean, I know I've added top end in this, but it's because the top end is very nice. If you're trying to do the top end on the British version, it's not it's a different sound, So very nice crisp sound to this this channel. I like it a lot. So there we go. So there's
There's a frigid stoic silence.
compressors.
There's a frigid, stoic silence.
Definitely a lot brighter, of course, with this EQ I've added in there, but the compressor's also way more transparent. Way more. Like these 76 compressors are very in your face, real pumpy sound. So let's do a third one. Let's do a third one. Yeah, let's do it. So I'm going to copy A to C, and I'll leave that same track EQ on, but in this case I want to put on this other compressor, which is life-changing. And this is a copy of another famous British console designer. That sounds a bit like Peeve, right? But it's not. All you cats who know what I'm talking about know what I mean. Even though I was just thinking, what's he on? What's he smoking? So let's get this.
There's a frigid, stoic silence.
Such a beautiful, smooth compressor. My God.
When I talk to you these days.
Quite nice there. Bit of makeup gain.
Things that you kill with your indifference.
There we go. Wow.
Is the innocence that pays.
So there we go. So now we've got what I would define like a very vintage sound. Like, if you guys know Peeve consoles, you'll know that sound that they make. That's great. Very modern sound here, and very rock sound, dare I say. The Black 76, the Universal Audio's version of this would be known for being used on rock vocals. If you want that kind of in-your-face sound. Let's have a listen to this with the track.
There's a frigid, stoic silence.
Very aggressive sounding.
When I talk to you these days.
This one here, very transparent, hopefully.
Things that you kill with your indifference.
A lot more air.
Is the innocence that pays. There's a frigid, stoic silence.
Darker but smooth, wow.
When I talk to you these days.
Oh wow, I don't know if you guys know what I mean, but there's a sound that I get, and it makes me want to grind my teeth. I don't know what it is, but when it's smooth creaminess, you know what I mean, right? If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. That's got that. It really does. And in fact, so does it. This is a punchy sound. It's great,
Things that you kill with your indifference. Give your permission a hedonistic bitter pill.
So look at that's compressing down to about 10 dB, right? And it's very aggressive sounding.
Give your permission a hedonistic bitter pill. Give your permission a hedonistic bitter pill.
Very open, right? Very open sound. Probably a little bit too harsh now on the EQ, but transparent compressor. If you like that not heard compression sound, that's the way you want to go with that. And I bet you this is just going to be really smooth.
Give your permission a hedonistic bitter pill. Passion colored illusion is the heart that bears the thrill.
Yeah, it's nowhere near. It's very coloured, very creamy sounding. I do like it a bit. Probably a little bit too heavy there. But anyway, you get the feel of what's going on, right? What you can do here with the CS, with the T-Rex CS. I love how you can just kind of muck around with ideas here. You've got actually, I'll show you this.
Give your permission a hedonistic bitter pill.
This is the compare feature. So this is compare just the unprocessed audio.
Give your permission a hedonistic bitter pill.
So what you do, you set your process.
Passion colored illusion is the heart that bears the thrill. I've got no. Give your permission a hedonistic bitter pill. Passion colored illusion is the heart that bears the thrill.
Okay, so you see what I've done there? So you just reduce, you get it so it's about the same, and now you can actually compare apples for apples, right? Like this is with the effect on and with the effect off at the same level. It's just a really, really handy little tool. Such a clever thing to put in there. I could go on all night about how good this plugin is. I like how it's got a built-in custom shop. So when you trial, in fact, it's free, right? It's free to download the shell. You get the free EQ, right? And then you can test out all of these things for free. You just go to the custom shop, and after your computer barks at you like that, it opens up the custom shop, and you can download all of these effects, and you get like 2 weeks to play with them, and then you like them, you just buy them. And it's great. And they've got packages and the really good deal going. It's something like, don't quote me, 150 odd bucks, and you get a massive package. So something like 16 effects built into it. One of these collections here. It's the Grand Collection. I've already bought it, so I can't remember how much it was. But there's lots of things to play with. You can get amplitude from here, and so it's very, very much like what propeller heads are doing with Reason. Except, you don't have to use Reason, which is yay. You can use this in your DAW of choice. So you can use human things like, I don't know. I'm not harsh on Reason. Reason's cool. Reason's awesome. I just like Reaper. I like using my DAW. But anyway, so rabbiting. So there we go. So CS, give it a try, guys. Give it a try. Download it. Play with it. Let me know what you think. Drop some comments. Get on Facebook. Say g'day. Tell us what you think, and tell us what you want to see reviewed in the future too. So big shout out to IK Multimedia. Awesome guys. Really cool people to deal with. And my name's Jacko from Music Nation on behalf of Studio Wise, and we'll catch you guys next month. See you later.